Hey, okay, excuse the wet hair, but you guys know how I am by now. So this is what we get. And again, there's always that little tiny glitch when it bumps up into it records the whole thing, but then it gets small up here. Anyhow, so Riley was a search and rescue dog. I wanted to do one of the dogs from 9/11, and I actually had a different dog in mind. Um, but when I went and I was looking at all the photos, his just jumped out at me. So he was not a cadaver dog. He was one of the dogs that searches for live people. Of course, we didn't realize how little of that there would be. So he's got that iconic photo where he's in that, he's being brought across like from one huge building to another on that little makeshift. It almost reminds me of like a ski lift thing, but it was just going lateral. I'll post it with the in the comments for this. So, without further ado, this is from Riley. I was scared. We can do that. It's allowed. Fear. We didn't know. Well, I didn't know. I thought I was finding people, people that were still with their souls, with their bodies. It's okay, but in the moment, it was not. It was no one's fault, but I wasn't supposed to be doing that, or just wasn't prepared. It wasn't my mission, but it happens. At the time, I didn't understand. These are things we learn, souls learn on the journeys. Mistakes are made. It's not always part of the plan. As time passed, I resigned myself to the mistake, but wished it was over. What do we learn from these types of things? The dog that I was learned nothing more than to accept what I was given, and like the people around me, to accept it as is, to the best of my ability. That was all, because I was a dog. The bigger lesson here is that it was no one's fault. People have a habit of blame, self-blame, blaming others, self-blame being the bigger one, and there was plenty to go around. My person needed to forgive themselves. There is no forgiveness needed from me. It's from the inside of each and every person. I think this is one of the biggest things from this catastrophic event. The fear we feel is passing. It is a moment, sometimes several, but once we are loved, and he's talking about the animals at this point, it's gone. We do not hang on to things. Now to the people. You need to learn this and to practice it. To practice until you are bone tired. Yes, I said that. You know, the little bone, the play on words. He did a little smiley. And I know it seems odd when I say he did a little smiley, but I got the smiley and, I do whatever. That is the biggest lesson from that event. To mention anything else would only detour. Leave fear behind. Feel it, then leave it right where you found it. Love you, Riley. So again, I don't know if I should be talking like through making all the different points, or if you guys want me just to read and then make my points after, but sometimes I forget them. That's why I tend to go rambly all in between the sentences. But I thought that one was really interesting, and actually when I looked at his picture, I just cried. And I'm not a crier, but all of a sudden I'm getting to this point where, I don't know, it's starting to happen more. It's very strange. But a lot of things are changing. So take these words, the words from all of them. They all have these big, big, big things in these really short passages. And that's it. So I love you guys. Bye.